time warp.
What? When are we? What year is this?
Man, I wish it were 1985.
Well, 40 years ago.
40 years ago, my goodness.
Yeah, for sure.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I mean, it's been months since there's been a new video on this channel, and here we are.
You've done some lives, though, right? Have you?
I think I did one.
Yeah. All right, well, hi. Hello.
As you know, 'tis my channel. 'Tis not monetized. I go at my own pace. Whenever I want to put something up, I put something up. And I've certainly talked about how I enjoy doing it with other people. And there's a lot of people who just don't have the time to do these things with me. But we're back because Casey's stuck here.
Well, technically.
for the weekend.
For the foreseeable future.
And so we thought, hey, let's do one.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mel Torme, the channel has reached 4,000.
Are you fucking kidding?
Finally.
Man. It was hovering at like 3.91, 3.92, and I was like, when do you get a creep? Hey, that's congratulations.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thanks to all of you 4,000 random people. And some of our friends who still check it out. That's cool. That's really cool. I love that.
Yeah, it's wild. You know?
But when did this start?
Well, we've been doing it for a long time, but you know, it was never a case of like chasing numbers or anything like that.
No.
You know, I knew it was going to be a slow burn, you know. I'm happy for the people who we have. It's great. You know, it is much more than just an 80s nostalgia channel. So I can understand the weirdness and who wants to join up and who doesn't. You know, it's just like, because it's everything. It's horror, it's toys, it's movie making.
Yeah.
You know, it's all of that stuff.
But the 80s is in the DNA of the channel.
Oh, sure.
I mean, you can't talk about anything.
My life.
You can't talk about anything without talking about the 80s.
Yeah.
So, it's there.
Yeah. You know, and I guess speaking of which, I can start off with saying, listen, there's a lot of happy anniversaries to many properties this year because of the 1985 40-year thing, but and a lot of significant ones.
Huge.
You know, and some that I've already talked about. But Thundercats.
Oh, was that 40 years?
40 years, jeez. And so is M.A.S.K. M.A.S.K is now 40 years old. Thundercats is 40 years old. Wild. And funny enough, just like most properties that we all grew up with, they're back in the limelight. You know what I mean? Thundercats has had an incredible run at Super 7. You know?
Yeah.
Yes. With the redos. And they do a combination. They'll do like, you know, a new interpretation sculpt, and then they'll also do the old one. A new sculpt of the old figures. And now they have, you know, Thundercats that look like He-Man.
With a thick chest.
You know?
Yeah.
They're doing the Mattel.
Yep.
Is doing the cross-pollination thing.
Yes.
You know, they've done it with the Turtles and Masters of the Universe, which I don't like. I don't like those.
I like some of them.
I don't.
You don't like any of them?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think they look very aesthetically ugly.
That's how I felt about, what was it, Freddy and those ones. the He-Man versions
Oh, yeah,
of
yeah.
those, I was like,
Well, so, Mattel has just unleashed Thundercats and Motu.
yeah.
And I like them. Not all of them. I think their Skeletor / Mumra looks pretty terrible, but I really enjoy the others, and I like how they have Battle Cat Cringer like all like Thundercatted out, and he's like, he's humanoid Cringer. I think that's pretty sweet.
That is sweet.
And I will get a couple of those for sure. You can already get them. I mean, Amazon has some for sale now for like $20. So,
Really?
Yeah.
What about the Godzilla?
That
turtles,
is interesting.
Right?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Again, there's the Godzilla
Playmates
/ Turtles, and I do like a couple of those.
Just. It's so weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
But it does hit my sweet spot.
I mean, it's two amazing franchises that we've loved forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But another company that is carrying the torch for 70s babies, 80s kids is the Loyal Subjects. And they've had little things here and there that are 80s centric. They did have the little Thundercats for a while. Remember those like weird, like pudgy, like
I do.
those weird things.
Yeah.
But they've got My Pet Monster.
Okay.
They have Popples, which they have re-released.
Yes, which is great.
The
Love
Popples,
those.
they, for the ladies, or for anybody, they've got Strawberry Shortcake and Rainbow Bright.
Yep.
But the biggie is they brought back M.A.S.K.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And they've, retooled them a little bit. And I actually like the retools because they're a little more detailed and articulated as opposed to the vintage line.
Yeah.
And, and I was going to get a bunch of them, but the more that I thought about it, I was like, I have my originals.
Yeah.
I don't need them. As cool as it is.
Yeah.
I just don't need them. But I could see myself probably getting one of them. Probably the Thunderhawk. And might even just leave it in the box because they have recreated the box as well.
Yeah.
But I can't justify spending all that money to just get the items that I actually have.
How much are they individually, do you know?
Like Thunderhawk is $50.
Okay.
I think
how much were the repros? Is that like in line with that?
there are no repros.
Well, I mean, like when they. Yeah, I thought they did. I thought they brought them back. No.
This is the first time M.A.S.K has come back.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. Then this is okay. That's awesome then. $50
for Thunderhawk. I mean, that's the fucking car.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Matt Tracker.
For sure.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
And then the smaller ones are I think 30.
Okay. That's what I was curious. Yeah.
But the Rhino, it's it's 100 something. I think it's 100.
I would have just not.
And if you
go above that.
Yeah, I mean, like you can get the vintage Rhino. I mean, you can get that for about $100.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Depending on the quality.
Right.
Like I was really lucky. My Rhino, when I rebought it, it's the original Rhino and it's complete, and it was $60. I was like, no, I went to fucking Barter Town. I know.
I'm shocked.
I was like, when he told me the price, I was like, yes, like immediately. I was like, are you kidding me?
It's in Rochester, New York. Bartertown Collectibles, which
Yeah.
I mean the guy's got everything.
Yeah.
He really does. But I was looking over at your stuff. I was like, oh man, why don't they bring back Pound Puppies?
They do.
Do they?
That's been back for years.
Oh, really?
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Care Bears and Pound Puppies.
I knew Care Bears. We have some of those. I forgot about Pound Puppies.
Yeah, so in both, like, Pound Puppies, they just redid the originals.
Yeah.
But Care Bears, it's both. They've redesigned, but they've also brought back
the old
like
ones.
the anniversary editions and stuff like that. And that was the same with Popples. There was like a modern Popple that came out, and they looked terrible.
They did.
But Loyal Subjects is bringing back the real Popples.
Yeah, I love those things.
And for nostalgia kids, it's all great. I love it. If I were a rich man, I probably would rebuy all those M.A.S.K toys, and I'd have like a vintage shelf and a modern shelf,
Yeah.
But I ain't rich. I'm broke, and it ain't no joke.
Plus, it's hard, like, as Turtles fans too, right? It's like how many versions can you have? And I have a lot of versions of Turtles. And I was looking through my toys and I'm like, I just have so many of this toy. Like, how many Leonardos can I get at some point?
Yeah, and the Turtle license is everywhere.
Everywhere. Yep.
The Turtle license is fucking, who knows how many companies has that license.
4,000.
And like, again, Super 7 has been doing their versions, which are beautiful.
Well, are fucking beautiful. Yes.
And then NECA has their versions.
Yep. Playmates is
but
there.
Playmates is still doing it, and Playmates is re-releasing the 88 line.
Yeah.
To it, like, to a T.
Yes.
Yeah. And I do have a bunch of those re-releases.
Yeah.
That's a line where I'm okay. I don't need to get the originals. I wasn't gonna track down the originals because they are more expensive, even loose.
Yep.
And now you can just go to the store and get the same fucking toy.
It really is.
For $9.99.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's one thing too. Is like Playmates is obviously they've changed their prices from the '80s, but like they've really not gone above $10.
Yeah.
For it's like what I could spend $40 on a Super 7. I think.
Yeah. But then even the fucking original Turtles, and if you want them complete, you're spending upwards of $50 and or more.
Yep.
For your original Donatello, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When
I'd rather get them.
They just fucking put it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's the same goddamn toy. Like $9.99?
Yep.
I'll grab it.
Yep. Yeah,
and it still gives me that same nostalgic, man, remember?
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So. Yeah. Turtles is a line I have bought many times throughout my history.
Yeah. And it was cool because, when my son was growing up, like, Turtles was such a big deal to him. So it was fun to buy those things for him. It was like, the father passing down
for sure
the love.
Yeah.
And he glommed on to Transformers, Star Wars, and Turtles, like, really big time. Yeah. And now, like, he's still cherry picks. He's 18 now. He still has a collection up in his room. He is still getting, now he's big on, like, the Star Wars, what is it? The Black Series?
Yeah.
He's getting all those, like, newer Black Series.
He's been at the perfect age for the Black Series when it came out.
And then if there's, like, a really neat Transformer, he'll still grab, like, a really cool interpretation of a character that he loves so much. Like, he's a big Soundwave guy. So he has a lot of sound waves.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
As cool as he thinks he is now, there's still toys that he gets. He'll like, oh, and I'll send him things.
Yeah.
I'll send him pictures. Like if I'm out and about and I'm like, have you seen this? He's like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Like shit like that.
That's cool.
It's funny, I just sent him that picture of what Doom looks like
in
the movie.
Yeah.
And it was just like all like eyes just like
Yeah.
because he loves Doom.
Doom's my man.
Yeah, so it's fun to still know that he gets excited about shit like that.
For sure. It's in his DNA. It's very hard to turn that off.
Indeed. But yeah, so, happy birthday to all of those amazing things that are turning 40 years old. 1985, wow. I was 8, and I was experiencing it all for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
But not for the last.
Well, it's never, that's the thing about the 80s, and, obviously why 4,000 people show up for various reasons, but, like, it never ends. It never ends. Like, it is the only time period that I can think of that keeps going over and over. Like, I know the 90s are in a bit of a renaissance right now, especially with fashion, which I hate.
Yeah.
But, like, I can't think of a 90s property that I had glommed onto that I don't know, like what?
Yeah. I mean, it depends. Like, if you look at, I guess, when the fuck did Goosebumps come out?
90s.
I mean, but the books.
Maybe late 80s.
Were the books 90s or were they 80s?
If it was 80...
Anyway, Goosebumps was huge in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's still, Goosebumps is still
absolutely
huge today.
Yeah.
So there is a 90s nostalgia for a lot of those 90s kids. There's a lot of shit that I see personally from companies that put out nostalgia bait shit, shirts and posters
but not to the same.
No, definitely not.
Like, even the toys, they're not. No one's putting out big bad Beetleborgs. You know what I mean? Like, all that kind of garbage.
I mean, I guess the Power Rangers are still going strong. And that was a 90s property.
Technically.
Well,
that is...
technically it's beyond, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it was huge.
Yeah,
that version of
for sure
Power Rangers. I was never a Power Rangers guy.
Same.
I was old, and it never appealed to me at all.
It's funny. I think about it sometimes because some of my friends are hardcore Power Rangers people, and Power Rangers, and there was another huge Pokemon. I just never even though I'm of age, I was just old enough where I was like, I don't really care. I'm done with that. But those two, definitely those two are.
You were in that time period when I was,
18.
Yeah, when I was 18, and you were 14, you were a big like Marvel guy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There was a lot of like, you had a lot of comic books and the cards.
Yeah.
And
oh my gosh,
Toy Biz.
Absolutely.
That shit.
Still do. Yeah, I mean, once the 90s happened, that early time, and when Image came, I was done. It was comics and not much else. Even, Image especially, Marvel.
Image was
Batman.
Indeed.
Batman only. For my DC, maybe I didn't really give a shit about Superman. Never, maybe a little Wonder Woman, but anyway, yeah, I think you're right. During that time period, it was all Marvel and all that. So anyway, speaking of Doom, you want to talk about it? Like, do you care? You want to go down that road? That's cool to see that.
It was awesome to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like, it looks like Doom.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I am not down on Marvel like a lot of people are. For MCU.
Yeah.
Marvel is and always will be my favorite comic book company. It has my favorite heroes. So I look at their failures just like any other fucking movie, you know. They have more hits than they do misses.
Yeah.
This is a $32 billion franchise.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's how much they've made.
It's the number, like it's number one, right?
Yeah, yeah. The MCU is still the
Yeah.
biggest franchise of all time.
Even I saw Spider-Man is number one movie character.
Oh yeah,
Like they took all of the
Spider-Man,
Superman,
always
and Batman, and Spider-Man was still number one.
Yeah. So I am always sort of, I don't have a lot of, I don't go into things with preconceived notions as far as like, this better do this or I'm not gonna like it, So that works for me. That works in my favor. I can be disappointed by a movie. I can say, well, that was milquetoast. That wasn't as exciting.
Yeah.
I've never come out of a Marvel movie. There's only one movie that I came out of that I like hated.
What?
And that was Thor: Love and Thunder. I hated that movie.
Oh yeah.
Thor is
interesting.
A very big character for me. And what they did to him in that movie, what they all did, they were
what Taika did to those
well, they were all responsible for it.
For sure.
And even, Hemsworth has said that he takes some of the responsibility and they went a little too goofy.
Yeah.
And they did. That movie is garbage to me.
Yeah.
I'll never watch it again.
I haven't seen it since the theater.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
But see, there you go. Even the mediocre movies that everyone thinks like the
Marvels.
Captain Marvel and Marvels, they aren't that great, but I didn't like hate them. I was just like, okay, they were fine, and I'll never see them again.
Right.
But they have way more. Like, lots of people hate Doctor Strange 2. I don't. I love that movie.
You're right. I have heard people, the last one was Spider-Man. That was the last really good one. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. It's an Evil Dead movie for me.
I think people don't like what they did to Wanda. But I felt that it was a proper flow for her.
Mm-hmm.
She was fucking done bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She was not in a good place. Where we leave her in WandaVision, she goes away. Yes, she was upset about the shit that she pulled, but still, at the very end of WandaVision, she's still using that book to find her fucking kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which she shouldn't have been doing. And everyone's like, it ruins Wanda's character. No, it's a valid through line.
Yeah.
And she reaches a point in Multiverse of Madness where it's like, I'm done. I need to fucking get to where I need to get to. And I don't care about anything else. So it worked for me.
Yeah.
And I also do not believe that Wanda is dead. I've never believed Wanda is dead. And people are just like, oh, she's dead. She's dead.
Do you read comics?
I know.
No one dies.
I know.
No one
You
dies.
saw an energy burst of red and the Wonder Gore fall, and that's it.
Nothing dies.
It's like, they killed Wanda. Like, she ain't fucking dead.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch's dead. Black Widow's dead. Gamora's dead. Sure, they're all dead. Read a comic.
So I don't know. But anyway,
yeah.
People love what they love and hate what they hate.
Yeah.
But this was a roundabout way of getting to
Doom.
I am excited for Doomsday.
Yeah.
I have not lost my luster for, what are they going to show us?
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting. And I'm super excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I love those Spider-Man movies. So the fact that we're getting him back his Spider-Man accurate real red and blue suit, you know, the Punisher, the Hulk. It's in New York.
Well,
I'm like, fuck
you
yeah,
also
man.
mentioned others.
Oh, Yelena's in it.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
Probably Daredevil. I mean, we're probably getting a Defenders.
Well, we'll see.
Not Defenders, but
we'll
like, I'm sure the street levels will show up.
In Daredevil 2, season 2. Or I guess it would be 5 at this point, season 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's exciting to me. It still gets me excited. And what they have in store, you know, when it comes to the Russo brothers and their Marvel stuff,
the only stuff that matter.
I have no qualms.
Yeah.
I think they know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And just like, you know, there's been a lot of the actors who have come out and said, there's something special going on here. Like, this is, you know, and they've all said the Russos just have this sauce with Marvel that is working on all cylinders and everyone's excited. So I think Doomsday and Secret War is going to blow our minds. I really do. So I'm pumped. Yeah, man. I'm intrigued at what they're going to do.
I'm intrigued.
I'm very intrigued at like how they're going to tell this story.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to be along for the ride. I think I'm going to be okay. I'm like, yeah, man, if this is what you want to give us. They're going to reset everything, you know?
Yeah.
And then we get the X-Men at the end. Like,
yeah.
Let's go.
I think what it is that we were riding that high for so long and nothing seemed to stop it. Like, yes, there's things like Thor, both
they had
Love and Thunder.
They had missteps.
Yes.
After Endgame. And I understand that.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
You know, how do you do that again?
You don't. That is impossible. It'll never happen again the way that it did.
And they had fucking the Bob Chapek dude
trying to
who was like
all over it,
telling him we need more product.
Yep.
Less quality,
yep.
More quantity.
Yeah, exactly.
And that fucked him up. That really fucked him up.
Yeah.
And the course was just destroyed. Like, where are we going with this?
Absolutely.
And I was 50-50 on it. I was like, okay, cool. Then you can finally tell me some stories that are just their own thing.
Yep.
But also, when you try to set up things, they didn't go anywhere.
Like the end of Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
One of many examples.
Whereas I think the end of Doctor Strange 2 will... What is that?
It's just my phone. It keeps going.
It will... There will be
a
resolution to that.
Yeah.
Clearly, because they went to help incursions that are happening. And I guess that's a big deal with what Doom is... Like, Doom is after these people for fucking up the timeline and everything, or whatever. And, you know, all these Marvel characters are fucking with all these timelines. So, you know, we may not have known it then, but now we know that there is going to be a through line to that. There's some I think are just going to be left to the wind and we're never going to see, you know?
Yeah.
Which is fine, but that's the mix match. They're fucking making 18 shows and 58 movies, and they're all trying to like make it all work. And I think they all got overwhelmed, and then Bob Iger came back and said, like let's retool this. You're out, Chapek, and now they're back on track. And I think people need to give them the benefit of the doubt because you were there for, you know, 3 fucking years. Phases.
Yeah.
And then you were like, but Marvel sucks. Like, fuck you.
Is that the sentiment?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It's so stupid. It's bandwagon internet culture mentality. It's ridiculous. Thunderbolts was great.
Thunderbolts was great.
And I personally loved Fantastic Four.
It was good.
I really loved it.
It's just we're gonna talk about these movies, and I guess that kind of leads into it too. Is like, yeah, I felt like for me, Fantastic Four was just, I hate to use the word safe, but it just felt like, okay, this is exist in this time, and it kind of felt like Black Widow to me, where I was like, this is a good movie. It didn't necessarily change the needle for me at all. I love the Fantastic Four, but I love Doom. And so you needed to make a nice... I thought they could have done a little bit more, but, I also feel like play it safe. Make your... How much money is this made? Like 600 million or something like that?
I think 5.
5, yeah. I feel like a lot of these Marvel movies, studio movies, just need to really understand like what the fuck a budget is and a timeline of that. Like, I think that's one thing where James Gunn, coming from a trauma and coming from, even Joss Whedon was like it. Like, those kind of guys know how to stretch a dollar and they really understand that, like, you don't need as much spectacle as long as the story is good. And for me, a lot of these movies, even Superman, which I loved, like, they break down to like CGI hit fest, where I'm just like, all right, well, it's cool that you got to see that thing, but I also just wanted you to, I don't know, I don't need it all. I don't need a $200 million movie to be good. It doesn't always need it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Fantastic Four to me was just a really safe, like, okay, this is better than the other ones, but
I thought it.
I didn't feel
I was
fantastic.
like, this is exactly what I need. It's an introduction into the MCU of the Fantastic Four, the real Fantastic Four.
The characters were the characters,
and
Mr. Fantastic.
And now they can go into the world.
Yes.
And we know these characters.
Yeah.
And it's going to be super fun to see everybody interacting with everybody. To have the Hulk and the Thing and Spider-Man and I'm like, now they're all there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, this is Marvel.
I think that's the bigger thing is like, I think the Russos took all those characters and just elevated all of them. They made it a cohesive story. They made everybody have really sweet ass moments. And if you are a comic book fan, there was a lot of, this is what you see in a comic book movie. This is what you read on the page, is that these people have to interact with each other all the fucking time because a world threat is coming. And I think for that is the most exciting part, is like the next, like, okay, let's, like you said, let's see Spider-Man. I don't know what he's gonna do. It was so cool to see him, grab Cap's shield when we saw it in Civil War and like wrap up Ant-Man like that. I was like crying. That was insane. We had never seen that. So a lot of those types of, to see Spider-Man interact with Human Torch, those are two of my favorites. I cannot wait to hear the witty banter from the two of those guys.
Well, all of them.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just going to be neat. It's going to be a great splash page.
Multiple. Better be a 2.5 hour splash page. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. I can't believe people think Marvel's so dumb. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, Brave New World. That's what I felt about it. Captain America.
I liked it. See, I liked that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably never watch it again.
Oh, okay.
Unless Katie says, I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
But I also said to her, like, unless you really want to see Harrison Ford as Red Hulk, like, I don't know why you'd want to watch this. I felt it was very Phase 1 Marvel.
It was.
Um,
I felt Fantastic Four was Phase 1 Marvel.
and I think I'm not the biggest fan of,
His Cap?
yeah,
Okay.
or his character just in general. Like, it doesn't do much for me. He never has.
Did you like the show?
I did like the show.
Yeah.
I thought the show was pretty decent. Um, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like that it was like a pseudo sequel to The Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't work for me. For me, my favorite part was at the very end when they're like, "We got to put the Avengers back together." You know, like I was like, "Okay, now we're gonna go somewhere." You know.
Yeah.
But then Thunderbolts, I loved Thunderbolts, and so did Katie. We were both like really impressed with it. Yeah, I really do. So I'm actually that I will own.
Yeah.
I will buy Thunderbolts. I like all those characters.
I
love
low expectations.
Yelena.
Well, yes, I do love Yelena. It's just a great character.
Great character, great actress.
Yeah, I had such low expectations. I was like, I don't care. I don't know how any of these people are going to work.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it worked. You know, I think the lower expectations, again, it didn't need an insanely huge budget. It was a nice little self-contained story. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great movie.
And it's going to be fun to see some of those people interact with the Avengers, the rest of the Avengers. You know?
Yeah.
and Sentry.
That's
how do you set him loose? What's the outcome going to be of the Sentry? You know, especially against Doom and the Doom bots and
Doom will probably just kill him.
I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine they'd just kill the Sentry.
No, but
it will be interesting to see who is left after Secret War. You know, who out of the
old guard?
Yeah,
again the old guard. Yeah.
You know, if they're really resetting.
Yeah.
You know, and there's gonna be a new timeline after this
with the mutants.
Who is what's left? Who's left? You know.
Yeah.
Who are the new people coming from the new timeline that are now? Oh, I'm Tony Stark. Oh, I'm whoever.
Like new actors.
Yeah, because they plan on recasting a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
You know, they are restarting everything.
Interesting.
There's going to be some holdovers.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, they plan it's the new age after Secret Wars. It's the next chapter of Marvel. So
I don't know.
Who will be left?
Maybe we'll finally see Norman Osborn.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Norman in Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Like the introduction of the new Norman Osborn.
I really
of
would.
This world's Norman Osborn.
Yes. Like,
there's
certain villains in Marvel that I feel like are just Doom, Norman, Red Skull, you know what I mean? Magneto. There's certain, I guess, Omega level villains that's another thing. Like, we talk about all the heroes, but there's a lot of fucking cool bad guys, and we really don't see them in Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch. What the fuck is it called? Ironheart? I didn't watch Ironheart, but I mean, they introduced Mephisto.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Looking like Mephisto? I haven't even know what he would does he look like the devil?
So and they do a shot in a spoon. So he's talking to Riri Williams at a restaurant, but in the reflection of the spoon, you see Marvel's Mephisto. but in
Okay.
human form, he's
A normal dude.
He's
Kevin Bacon.
no, it's Borat. It's Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh.
So he's got the long
Yeah,
beard,
yeah,
and his
yeah,
hair
yeah.
is wild and everything.
Interesting.
He's like really like, hey, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
He's like a cool cat.
Yeah.
Huh. But now Mephisto is there, and Mephisto is a big part. How is Mephisto going to be intertwined into all of this? I don't know, but he is in some way.
Do you think we would also see Midnight Suns?
See, I don't know, like,
Because that's another
well, that was another
huge thing that I would love to see.
That's a thread that was almost
in Moon Knight.
Introduced at the end of the Eternals.
Yeah.
And then didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
I always forget that movie exists.
I would think that in a new phase, it's something that has not been done before, and it's something that they can capitalize on.
Yep.
You know, having Ghost Rider, you know, having all of the Dark Avengers. You know what I mean? The
Ghost Rider,
Blade. It seems
oof
legit.
Yeah.
You know, I
tie
can't,
it to that Agatha shit. Like that's what it all is. The dark hold, like all of that's that. Do it.
You know.
Oh my gosh.
Now there's fucking. I mean, we have Man-Thing running around. We have Werewolf by Night. You know.
Yeah.
That part is opened up.
Yeah.
You know. So. I don't know. They have so much that they can do.
Yeah.
I just hope they. You know. I hope they do it. I hope they explore.
We've watched a lot of movies this year outside of Marvel. What has tickled your fancy? What has, other than Naked Gun?
Naked Gun was. It's not my movie, no. But it's funny. Naked Gun. The new Naked Gun is funny.
Yeah.
I will probably own it. I think there's enough
like to fit into that collection of Naked Guns.
Yeah, because it's a legacy sequel.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
He is Frank Drebin's son.
Yeah.
Frank Drebin Jr.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of winks to
the old
to those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's enough gags and jokes that hit that don't. There is a lull in the movie, and that lull almost took me out of it. To where it was like, like I wish the movie would just end.
Yeah.
And it's only an hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
But there was a lull that was just like, okay, now it's not working as much.
Right.
And then
it comes back.
The end hits.
Okay.
And then it gets back to, oh wow, this was really stupid.
Okay.
Like funny
in
stupid.
A funny way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was cackling again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think it ends on a good note. And there's a couple set pieces in the movie that are very funny. Very like just wow, this is so stupid. I'm losing it.
Yeah.
I'm like cracking up at how stupid it is. And there's a couple jokes that in the theater I was like, oh my god, Casey's gonna love this joke.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was giggling. I was giggling.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is so dumb, but cool.
Yeah.
I was like, this is cool.
Do you feel, because there's not really a lot of comedies that come out anymore that are funny, let alone coming out, but are then funny. We just watched Happy Gilmore. Do you think? I mean, really, that's it. What other comedies have come out this year that I can even think?
They don't. Comedy. I think because of the time, studios are a little less inclined to do comedies.
What do you mean
because
the political
climax because everything needs to be safe.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
And then there's some who just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Look, Happy Gilmore came out on Netflix.
It destroyed though.
It did do well, but I think that probably could have had
Absolutely.
a decent
Absolutely.
box office.
Oh, for sure.
You know, it's a 30-year-old sequel to a movie that people love.
Yeah.
You know, and while I don't think it's as good as the original,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you and I were laughing. We were like, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Not everything works, but
Yeah.
you know, there's some good dumb shit in it.
It's definitely, if I'm gonna watch Happy Gilmore again, I'm gonna watch them both.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this, it all made sense. It was one big story, I guess. Like, it was stupid, and, you know, the fact that Adam Sandler keeps that shtick going, like his Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer. Like, I would love to see another Wedding Singer.
Yeah,
I hope he goes back.
To me, when Adam Sandler does stupid right, it's some of the funniest shit.
It really is.
Out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Really,
and he loves stupid. He loves absurdity. You know?
He loves dick and fart jokes. I mean,
he loves weird gags, weird characters.
Weird stuff.
Like, and that's the stuff. That's the juice.
It is the sauce.
You know, it's the stuff that I love. I'm gonna gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
Than your normal run of the mill comedy. You know,
yeah.
That stuff doesn't do it for me. I need stupid.
Yeah.
I need the absurd. You know, I'm probably always gonna check out like a David Wayne film.
Yeah.
Just in hopes that it's dumb. That it's dumb.
If it's the state.
Because even in the stuff that is like more, you know, considered mainstream that he does,
there's
still dumb stuff in there.
Sure is.
There's weird stuff in there.
Yeah.
And I like it. That's the stuff that I'm gonna go towards. The State, you know, Strangers with Candy, Mr. Show, any of that absurd shit.
Yeah.
I want to eat that up. And I like that people are still doing it. And then now we've got the resurgence of the spoof, you know?
Oh, thank God. Well, hopefully it's good. I guess we don't.
Yeah, we don't know, but I mean, they're doing the new scary movie.
Yeah.
And Keenan and his brothers are coming back to do it.
Yeah.
And I have hope. I have hope that they can course correct all those shitty sequels.
Yeah.
And they can do something that is going to make us lose it.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I hope it happens. I mean, listen, Naked Gun ended up making what, 50-60 million or something like that at the box office. That's pretty good, you know, for a dumb movie like that.
Yeah.
You know, I think it probably cost 20 million.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It could work.
More comedies. More weird comedies.
But yeah, I like Naked Gun.
So, I mean, we're going to go in, you know, we always usually do the back half of the 2025 this year. What have you liked so far the most this year?
You know, I was thinking about that a couple days ago, and I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know what I like the most.
Oh,
I really don't.
The most, okay. Yeah.
'Cause like, there's a variety of things that I've enjoyed, but I'd really have to sit and think about like, what am I? Because my big thing is, am I gonna watch it several times?
Yeah.
You know, there's since the 80s, or even since the 90s, and I hate the 90s, but there's some good movies in the 90s, and there's some terrible movies in the 90s. But
for even the 80s, there's a lot of garbage.
I know, but there's more stuff in the 80s.
There's more great stuff
that is incredible.
Agreed.
And stuff that I rewatch all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And so my big thing is, am I going to rewatch this? Is this something that I want to revisit and I'm still going to get joy out of it?
Yeah.
And that's tougher these days. You know, again, since those decades, it's been tough. Like, it's for me, it's a cherry pick. It's like, okay, well, you know, look, in the last 15 years, I can say, you know, Malignant to me, even though it's 4 years old, but like Malignant, I've already watched like 10 times. You know, like I love that movie. No One Will Save You. I fucking love that movie, and I've probably watched 6 times.
Which one's No One Will Save You?
That's the Alien movie, where it's Catherine Dever and there's no like dialogue in the movie.
Oh,
she's
the
alone
one
in
that
the
was like
house.
on Amazon or
Hulu.
something? Yes.
Hulu. It was supposed to be a
You've watched
theatrical.
it that many times? I mean, that's a really good movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, that is good.
I've shown people that movie.
Yeah.
You know?
I've met people who don't like that movie.
Oh
though.
man, like
Where
I
was like,
love it.
I didn't have that expectation of it. Okay.
There was no expectation, and it blew me away. But I mean, there's certain things that I could be like, boop, that movie I want to own, and I'll watch it over. Prey, you know, I've watched Prey probably 6 times.
Probably watch
Killers I've already watched
Prey.
4 times.
Yeah.
I've watched Killer of Killers,
and that came out
4 times.
That was this year.
That was just this summer.
year.
It was June.
Oh my god.
You know,
I mean,
give me a 4K of that. Give me a beautiful edition. You know, come on, and I'll buy it.
Yeah, 1000%. So okay, I mean,
so it's tough. I don't know.
it might be Killers then for you.
It might be.
You know?
It might be. Yeah. So far.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, I liked Superman. And I've seen Superman twice.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I didn't love it, but I do like it, and I would own Superman. It's actually on my wish list.
I will own
My
Superman.
Amazon wish list. But it didn't like blow me away.
Did you like Sinners that much?
Like everybody loved Sinners.
Everybody loves
and
Sinners.
I didn't love it,
Yeah.
but I like it.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
There was some things that just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
But overall I did like it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I would have to watch it again
To own it.
to
decide
see if
if
I'm
you're
like,
gonna own it.
you know what, I do want to own this.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it'll hit me differently.
Yeah. It's fair.
And that's what I kind of do with like movies that I just kind of like. I'll give it another shot to see where it hits me.
Yeah. Did you like okay, so for my sister, Jurassic World Rebirth was I think that's her favorite movie this year. Like she was just like, this is everything. I was like, really? And I loved it though. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, people hated that movie.
What?
Yeah.
It made a F ton of money.
Doesn't matter. They all make
So
an F
much
ton of money. The last 2 movies made $1 billion.
They sure did.
And they're not good.
I really don't get
You know?
it. Yeah.
But this one, to me, was very entertaining.
This one's better than all 3
It was
of those other ones.
it was stripped away.
Yep.
It was down and dirty.
Yep.
You know, there wasn't like a giant over spectacle of everything. The plot was so simple.
Yes.
And it worked for me.
great. Yeah.
It really did work for me. I didn't like. There's a family that gets thrown in there.
That to me was like, you guys are really pushing it.
And I felt like that was a Spielberg call.
I agree with you.
Because he and David Koepp were sort of the ringmasters to the
I knew
the screenplay.
David Koepp I didn't know Spielberg was back in it.
But he
touch it.
really he had his fingers in the pie.
Yeah.
And I
Now
from
that
the
you say
moment
that.
they came in, I was like, oh, this is Spielberg.
Yeah.
This is 100%. Like, and as much as I love him, I was like, this was so not needed. This extra family.
Yeah.
It's for heartstrings and peril. Like, it's not,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
script wise, the movie would have been fine without them.
1000%. Yeah.
But overall, I came out of that movie like, man, that was really entertaining. I was entertained, and I said, I'll own that movie. I will rewatch that movie.
That what I will own.
That'll be a fun on my home theater screen downstairs. It's like, what a simple, fun adventure movie with some dinosaurs.
Perfect popcorn. You know, it was just a real good popcorn flick.
Yeah. So I did like that, but
Yeah.
it's not probably the best thing I've seen. Honestly, I'll tell you. And this is how I've thought of the last probably, 10 years or so. I think there's better entertainment coming out of television than there is the movies.
You buy a lot of fucking movies, though.
I know, but I really I think the writing and performances are knocking it out of the park as far as television is concerned. I really do. Like, I love that we really get to know characters, and there's a world that gets fleshed out on these shows.
Yeah.
That movies just don't have the luxury of doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. You know, like right now for me, Alien Earth is blowing everything out of the water. Like, I love this show. It's probably my favorite bit of pop culture right now.
Yeah.
Alien Earth is like incredible.
I mean, I feel like everybody I've talked to is like, oh my God, Alien Earth. Oh my, like everybody loves it.
And it works for me, man.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots of people who are like, oh, it's slow burn. If I want to watch an alien show, I want aliens. I'm like,
what?
Why don't you let this marinate?
There's
like,
aliens in
telling
every
the story.
episode.
I know, but I think they want aliens. I think they want, you know, like, you know.
Well, it ain't called aliens coming from someone who thinks aliens is the best, you know? Like, it's Alien Earth.
I really enjoy the story they're telling.
Me too. Yeah.
So
1000%.
You know, Alien Earth really works for me.
We still haven't gotten Stranger Things.
Well, for me personally, I've never been let down by Stranger Things.
No.
You know, people don't like season 2.
There's some things that
I think it's the weakest of the show.
Yeah.
But I still really like season 2.
Yep.
But so I'm saying they're never going to let me down. Like, I am expecting to cry and be in awe and like, you know, just as much as I was for season 4. You know, like, I think they're going to blow us away.
Yeah.
And I think we're getting fucking, you know, it's only 8 episodes, but I think we're probably getting like fucking 50 hours of entertainment. Yeah. I think each episode is going to be really long.
I think they are, right? Like an hour to an hour and a half each episode.
Oh, remember, we got like 2.5 hour episodes in the last season. They are going to go.
They did go.
They're going to give us, you know, a lot to chew on for this last show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited to watch Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But listen, I really liked The Final Reckoning. I liked Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah.
The Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
I thought it was better than Dead Reckoning.
Okay. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. I guess I just didn't realize they were both reckonings.
Yeah. I don't even own Dead Reckoning. But I think I will.
Where is that in your Mission Impossible? You're not so big on ranking everything, but like, it's got to be better than 2.
Oh, it's better than 2.
Okay.
Yeah, 2's the worst out of all.
2 is
of them.
the worst.
But man, I love
the last one.
I really love 5 and 6. Like, really, really love 5 and 6. But I also love 4.
I love
4's really good too.
Through 6.
Yeah, 3's great too.
Yeah.
But boy, Fallout is like fucking.
Is that the Brad Bird
great? No, Brad Bird is Rogue Nation. Fallout is Henry Cavill.
That's great.
Handguns.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
Yeah, man. Like,
yeah, I gotta get on those.
I think you'll agree. I think you'll think that
7's okay.
Dead Reckoning is okay, but The Final Reckoning really, because it's a one big thank you, you know, like it ties everything together.
Okay.
It goes back to the first movie.
Good.
And it tells, and it really like, this was the story all along. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a big like,
Sweet.
you know,
Okay.
Swan song.
Yeah.
It didn't blow me away, but I felt like very
Okay.
content. You know?
Okay.
I was like, that was a good ending.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, to your point, you know, when we watch these TV shows, you're invested for, I don't know, depends on the show, you know? Sopranos, a decade. Game of Thrones, a fucking decade. Same, like, we've been watching Mission Impossible movies for 30 years.
Yeah.
And to finally have a payoff, like, that's a really high bar to try to, like, you know, not everything does it. When we thought Final Destination 5 was the last one, I was like, oh, that's nice. You kind of tied everything together. That's cool. Now we get this next one. We still got to watch it.
I do got to watch this next one.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a big Final Destination person.
Yeah.
And we own them because Katie bought them.
Yeah.
I think I really truly only like 2 of those Final Destination movies.
1 and 5.
1 and 5.
Yeah.
And I was ready to walk out of the theater in 5. I mean, I didn't hate it that much, but I was just like, all right, another lackluster sequel until
the ending.
The ending.
I remember you being like, and then that thing, you're like, wow, they really did
the
something
ending,
cool.
I clapped.
Yeah.
The ending, I was like, what a way to fucking end this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this was really clever.
It was very clever.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And it sort of like, it made me really enjoy it. Like, overall, I was like, what a fucking sweet ass thing that they just did. And okay, I like this movie. You know, like,
I gotcha.
So, but everyone says this fucking new one is great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. I think the only person I know that didn't like it was Andrew.
I was gonna say Andrew.
But I didn't, you know, whatever.
That's funny.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I may be like, oh, this was terrible. But you know.
What are you looking forward to?
What else did I see this year?
Well,
what came out?
Weapons.
It was a summer movie. Okay, Weapons. Yeah, I didn't love Weapons. I liked Weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, "Are you crazy? Weapons was incredible."
I loved Weapons.
I
did. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I guess. Yeah. Like, I like Barbarian more than I like Weapons.
I do like Barbarian more than I like Weapons.
I think everyone was great in Weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I think the MVP is Amy Madigan in Weapons. Like, that character, Aunt Gladys, was stupendous.
You could give me a movie with that lady.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to know, what the fuck is this lady?
So I think ultimately what happened was I was personally, like, kind of let down by what it was. Like, that it just ended up being like witchcraft. I was just kind of like, really?
Yeah.
And then you don't 100% fully understand why she's doing it.
Yep.
Because even the loose explanation of I want to be young,
mm-hmm.
they don't expand on that, and she certainly isn't looking younger. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see much of a difference.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it, but like, so the kids are in the basement, but what's happening?
Yeah.
Gladys isn't really doing anything with these kids.
Mm-hmm.
She's not like sucking the souls out of these kids. Nothing is happening.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, okay. Like, I thought this was going to be like a really wild, like, what is happening to these kids?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it just ended up being a witch.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like, okay, like,
I totally agree.
All right.
Yeah.
And I love that stuff. I love witches and that. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe if my expectation was at a certain point,
mm-hmm.
I'd be like, oh, sweet, a witch, you know? But I was like, oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't, like, love it,
mm-hmm.
you know?
I think
I
like
loved
the
the last 20 minutes of the movie. when things really start to ramp up and get goofy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that Zach Kreger is a comedy guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was in The Whitest Kids You Know. He's a sketch comedy, and his weird comedy is in Barbarian,
For sure.
but it's a real mix.
Yeah.
And I thought it wasn't mixed until the last 20 minutes of the movie for me. And then it gets like Benny Hill. And I was laughing, you know, and my whole audience was actually like laughing pretty hard at the movie. And I think people who don't understand that or what was happening were like, oh, that last, like, it didn't make any sense. Why was everyone laughing? Like, it was supposed to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was directed funny. It was staged. It was shot funny. I mean, Gladys is literally Kermit the Frog running around. And the kids are like, you know, fucking breaking through shit. And that's what's going through my head. I was like, the Benny Hill theme. Like, if they put the Benny Hill theme, it would have been a masterpiece to me. If I was directing it, that's what I would have put the Benny Hill theme. Yakety Sax would have been it. So I liked it, you know. And I liked the performance. Like I said, the performances were great. I didn't come out like embracing it like everybody else did. Like, this was the greatest thing I've seen all year. Like, no way. Like,
no, it's killer of killers.
And I don't know if I will like own it. See, I have an opportunity. I think most couples do. Like, you know, if one person doesn't see a movie but they want to see it, you can see it later. Like, my wife wants to see Weapons. Yeah. So then I'll get my second chance to see Weapons. Yeah. And if my expectation is where it is now, I can say,
you might like it more.
Hey, I know it's a witch.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe I'll dig it more.
Yeah.
To where I want to own it. But right now it's just like, I want to own Barbarian, and there's no physical media of it.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't even know. Zach Kreger. He has like asked the studio, like,
can you put this out?
Yeah, why is there no
get a Blu-ray?
So
interesting.
I think there's a foreign release.
Yeah.
Somewhere. But Barbarian should have a release.
It definitely should. That's shocking, actually. Well, Weapons has made a disgusting amount of money for a horror movie.
Yes, it has.
So hopefully,
I mean, it beat fucking outside of It and It 2. It's the biggest horror movie of all time.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy.
It really is kind of shocking.
And that's just the opening weekends.
Yeah.
As far as all time, it is the all time.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like box office worldwide, it's like 250.
Really?
Yeah. It's like,
and it hasn't even come out on physical.
Well, now it's digital.
Streaming.
It just hit digital.
So it will make more money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for them. Guy. Yeah. You know? Really. Keep doing your weird fucking shit.
Yeah. Do whatever you stay, you know. Well, he's doing Resident Evil next.
Is he?
Yes.
Another Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's his Resident Evil.
Sure. It's fine.
So I bet it'll be fun.
Yeah. That's Resident Evil for me, I like Resident Evil overall as a franchise. I like the animated movies more than I like the live action sometimes because they're video game accurate and they're just fun. But we'll see. I like that TV show. I'm one of the 3 people who enjoyed it. The Netflix show.
Oh, I did not.
I know most people hate it. And I was like, this is fine. Like, why are people not digging this? Yeah. But we have Avatar this year. We got what's the other huge movie?
Wicked
is
coming. What else is this year? There's a couple other things.
Yeah.
That are, you know,
massive,
exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein is coming, which is
Badlands.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
yeah.
Badlands also.
If Badlands is anything what I've read about it, I just have a feeling that is it. With with Killer of Killers, Alien Earth, and Badlands, it's like 9-year-old Casey is flipping the fuck out. It's all the things.
I mean, well, look, like we had Romulus last year. Like the Alien Predator movies they're cooking with gas, with grease.
Yeah. Yeah, Romulus is great.
They're cooking with high octane
and Pray Before
fury.
Yeah. Yes. And we have another or whatever they're going to call it.
Another Alien coming.
Yeah.
Written by Fetty.
Is it? Oh,
It's
that's
not
right.
directed.
It's a different, But if you just come out every year, Alien Predator, I'm there. Gosh. Yeah, that might be. I mean, Avatar is going to be a tough thing to beat. Because James Cameron is just unstoppable.
Yeah.
But
well, there's a lot to look forward to, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Geez. I'm trying to think of like the summer movies.
Yeah, I mean,
I went to a lot of summer movies this year.
I saw almost everything. It's disgusting. That I wanted to see, but I don't know. I mean, we've gone through a bunch of them. Yeah. We've of the ones that are. I mean, you saw Ballerina.
I did see Ballerina, and I liked it. It's not as good as regular Wick.
Yeah.
But I'll own it.
Yeah.
I will own it. You're doing all right watching Anna de Armas kick the shit out of people. Yeah.
Did you watch
or
Megan?
Just look at you. Oh, Megan 2.0 I liked.
Okay.
I did like it. People hated that movie.
I know, that's why I was... Not that I wasn't going to see it. I will see it.
And do you know why people hated that movie?
Because it changes from horror
yes,
to something else.
Because it changes from horror to like comedy science fiction.
Which I'm fine with.
And which is why people hated Happy Death Day 2.
2. Yeah.
And I
And
love
that's a great movie.
Happy Death Day 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is that everybody at Blumhouse was like, yeah, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have made that. And like, no, own it, man.
Yeah.
Own what you did. Like, you don't do cookie cutter. Like, stop doing the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
Megan 2 does not. Megan 2 is goofy.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. And I think she's bad.
Okay,
like,
cool.
She's like Tom Cruise in this one. She's doing like Mission Impossible shit.
Really? Good. Yeah.
Like, I liked how crazy it gets. And like fucking what's her name from Ahsoka is in it. The badass bad Jedi in that movie in Ahsoka. Fucking
the one who's
Shin?
with the guy?
Yeah.
Ray Stevenson? Like his Padawan, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's great in Ahsoka.
Okay.
And she's the villain in
really?
Megan
Sweet.
2.0.
Yeah.
She's a robot.
Yeah.
She's fucking great.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would see Megan.
I had a blast with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just giggling because of how stupid it gets. You know?
Can I wait? Man. Well, I mean, we saw a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to look forward to. 1985 40th anniversary. We got Back to the Future coming to theaters again. We had Turtles this year.
Yeah. I mean, the physical media alone is, once again, they're putting Back to the Future out.
I mean,
for the 40th anniversary.
I mean, that's another one that I've owned many times over.
Yeah.
Like Evil Dead, I've just owned it so many different versions.
I think I'm done with Back to the Future.
After this.
Well, no, I'm not. Yeah, like I don't need to. I have it in 4K.
Yeah.
Like, unless they did another transfer and they did it again and up the ante, I don't need to own them again. But they're putting them out for people who do want them.
Yeah.
But the Turtles is finally coming to 4K.
Yes.
Through Arrow, and
Yes.
I have it pre-ordered.
The trilogy, though, right?
Yes, it is the trilogy, but the box is only $70, and they have restored every movie. I'll never watch 3 ever again.
Yeah.
I think 3 is abysmal.
Yep.
But there is tons of special features for all of them.
Okay.
They have done actual restorations of the films.
Okay.
And Turtles has always looked terrible on physical
Oh, it's
media.
muddy as shit.
The Blu-ray is horrendous.
Yeah, we watched it. And it's rough.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this in 4K. It has been one of my most wanted upgrades
Yeah.
in a long time. So that's coming in December.
Okay.
We got the Nightmare films. And they did a incredible restoration of the first movie.
Okay.
That
we watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it was
on
beautiful.
4K. I'll just have to give
that was
that to
great.
somebody.
Yeah.
Because I pre-ordered the box set.
Yep.
And all of the directors are there.
Yeah.
Part of the restorations. There's brand new special features.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what can you say about that you don't already know, especially with Never Sleep Again, the 8-hour documentary about the making of those films. But the fact that they did it.
Yeah.
There's new commentaries by the directors.
Okay.
That's fun.
That's cool.
They a little added extra.
Yeah, that's cool.
When really for me, it's all about the restorations of the film. So if I get to see these movies closest to the theatrical experience that, was back in the day, give it to me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm most excited about. So that's coming. Lots of physical media. Look at that. You got some great stuff. Got some great stuff on the horizon. The Blade films. The Blade 1 is already out in 4K.
Yep.
But they're putting the other 2 out. So
just need one of them.
and Guillermo did the restoration of part 2.
Yeah.
And did a whole new talked about the film and everything.
Yeah.
And I love part 2.
I don't think about it. We did talk about it, but Frankenstein really could be fucking phenomenal.
I hope it is.
I love that book.
I hope it is,
man.
man.
What he will do, it really could blow us away.
I hope.
Is it coming to theaters at all, or?
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, I don't want to see it on my TV. I would love to
I
see
hope
it
that it's close to me somewhere because I really want to see it
Yeah.
theatrically.
Yes.
Yeah. But then it comes out in October in theaters, and then in November it comes to Netflix.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So much good shit to look forward to.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
If you're a genre fan,
Well, we only talk about
No, I'm just saying, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
Great stuff. How can I forget? It's the 40th anniversary of She-Ra, the Princess of Power. It's also the 40th anniversary of She-Ra.
Jeez.
Speaking of She-Ra, I just got in the new Shadow Weaver from the cartoon collection.
That's
I
cool.
will be opening her up.
Yeah, I gotta show my kid. I'm gonna show her that movie first, the She-Ra He-Man movie, and then we'll work our way back because
She-Ra.
she's watched that Netflix cartoon
She-Ra.
multiple times. She loves it. Yeah, that's great.
The Horde, man.
That is so cool.
But yeah, 40 years.
Thick articulation.
Oh, we got Catra.
I love cat. Oh, yeah, it's so sweet.
And her cat comes with her. It's her other form. Anyway, crazy. Just imagine what we get to see at the back half of this year, Casey. All of the wonders.
It's gonna be splendor.
What will our eyes behold? And then going into 2026, my gosh.
He-Man.
Which is already packed.
Yeah.
2026. Packed
I know.
to the brim with new stuff. I mean, He-Man, that is my most anticipated trailer.
Yeah.
I am so curious.
Me too.
I have Please.
I'm just gonna have low expectations.
I really
have.
Travis Knight, please.
Yeah.
You did wonders with Bumblebee. You're a great director.
Yeah.
You're my age.
Yeah.
Kubo and the Two Strings. I mean, he runs that Leica studio or whatever.
He runs Leica?
Yeah, that's his.
Oh shit.
He did Paranorman.
I know he did
all
that.
his.
I love
Coraline.
Kubo. Yeah.
Yeah. Kubo is his.
Yeah. Okay.
But he loves 80s properties. He did Bumblebee justice. He keeps saying that Motu, it's justice.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping give us a good He-Man movie. Even though I love 87 Lundgren Masters of the Universe.
Yeah,
but it ain't He-Man. It ain't He-Man. I hated it when I came out of the theater.
Yeah.
In 87 because it was like, what is this?
Yeah.
This is not He-Man. The coolest thing about that movie was Skeletor. That's it.
Oh, he looks...
Franklin Jella's Skeletor
oh my gosh.
is chewing up the scenery.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I appreciate Masters of the Universe for a cheesy action fantasy movie from canon. I like it. But that's not how I want my Masters of the Universe.
That ain't He-Man.
You best be giving me this motherfucker. You be giving me Orko. You understand? And I want that movie to end with a tease of fucking Hordak and the Horde. You gotta give me that movie. You got to.
We'll see.
Please.
Tease would be She-Ra.
Well, if they can figure out the
lore,
the rights and everything.
Oh, is it different?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
But anyway, although Mattel does own She-Ra, so it is a Mattel thing, so they probably
that's what I mean.
Could just tease Adora at the end.
That's what I'm saying.
You have a twin sister.
Like, come on. We would all just like, what? She's coming. Like, oh my gosh, yeah.
So anyway, great stuff, folks. Super. We got a lot of stuff to look forward to. Mm-hmm. It's great to be a geek. It's great for people like us who lived through the 80s. And it sucks for you folks that didn't. But we're bringing you the magic and the love of what it was like, and you can enjoy the properties and the toys and the franchises and all that stuff, and get on that skateboard and be your own Bones Brigade.
Thanks for everyone who subscribed, new subscribers. If you're new to the channel. If you guys want to talk about what you're looking forward to, what you watched, what you're, anticipating.
Jizzing about.
Throw it in the comments.
Let us know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It was great. Thanks for everybody. And who knows when you'll see another video. But you got this right here. There's plenty of stuff to look back to.
Yeah.
Friends, if you're wondering about Warlock Home Video and what's happening, I don't know. I get questions about Malva almost daily.
It's
Beats
coming.
me.
2026, maybe?
God, that would piss me off so much.
It would be really annoying. Yeah.
Looking into maybe legal action. Anyway, Malva, we made that in 2023. Hopefully it's coming. I keep giving little bits and pieces. The trailer has been done forever.
Yeah. Don't
know why they're not releasing the trailer. Anyway, I'm writing Blood Fart Lake Part 3.
Hey!
Fans really want that.
Yes.
We shot a movie this past summer.
Yes, you did.
A shot on VHS Turd Fest called The Curly Killer. Blood Scream Comics.
Yes.
So they'll put that out at some point.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.